Attorneys continue to argue that conditions are unsafe there. So unsafe that they say their clients shouldn't be held there before trial. That topic, pretrial detention, is one we're diving into again tonight because making changes to that system is up for debate right now among lawmakers in Santa Fe. The jail, MDC, the Metropolitan Detention Center in Albuquerque, has admitted to facing low staffing challenges, but many are saying that these problems are severe. There are more voices saying that inmates' health is at risk. With fights, officers not checking in, lack of access to short-staffed nurses, and COVID cases running through this jail, among other complaints. Those arguments were set to play out in court again today. Police say this public Facebook account belongs to Darius Chavez. That's his voice during his hearing. He'll now have to stay in jail a while longer because this hearing is now delayed until next week because Chavez tested positive for COVID 3 days after his arrest last week.
Mr. Chavez is in quarantine because he has COVID.
And that's exactly one of the reasons his attorney, Ryan Villa, doesn't want him at MDC. In these pretrial detention hearings, defense attorneys typically argue why those accused of crimes are not a danger to society. Chavez's attorney is also doing that. In a court filing Wednesday, he says Chavez has strong ties to our community and would accept house arrest and GPS monitoring. But Villa is adding a whole different argument that MDC is unsafe for inmates, and that's why his client should not be held in jail before trial. He says inmates are in grave danger and that the pandemic has had disastrous and tragic consequences at MDC. Plus, the recent cyber attack on the county has caused problems. The Public Defender's Office tells us multiple times the jail staff have lost their clients. They couldn't find them to bring them to meetings or hearings. New District Defender Matt Chavez says that's extremely concerning.
So tensions have been very high in the jail.
We've reported on many concerns at MDC. Lawsuits have alleged that officers ignored an inmate's pleas for help before he took his own life just over a year ago. Other lawsuits and criminal complaints detail seizures that have gone unnoticed and inmates beating up and killing another inmate. Plus, in a new court filing earlier this month, a nurse stated that this is the worst medical care has ever been at MDC. She'd worked there for more than a decade before she quit. She says the nurses there are stretched way too thin because there just aren't enough of them. We asked an MDC spokesperson to respond to these allegations.